Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
We all know what benefit can bring shock absorbers for a comfortable ride. It is on them that the function of softening the recoil from the roadbed when driving is assigned. But no less useful is able to bring a shock absorber up the trunk lid or hood. Features of shock absorbers. Yes, this is a very convenient thing, but, unfortunately, the shock absorber of the cargo area, hood or tailgate on hatchbacks and SUVs causes a lot of trouble to the car owner. The shock absorber is often subject to malfunctions. Experts draw attention to the fact that, like suspension shock absorbers, the elements of the cargo cover are not too reliable mechanical devices, so they require constant attention. If you follow the rules of operation, the stops will last much longer. It should not be forgotten that, like suspension shock absorbers, they are used intensively and mercilessly, but many people do not notice it. It is accepted to classify shock absorbers for the trunk in two categories. The first implies a division by the state of the working substance, and the second, by the type of functioning. Gas oil variant is less resistant to cold, but more economical than the gas shock absorber of the trunk lid. Oil variant. Characterized by low cost and quite good performance characteristics. As for the types of functioning, distinguish sharply decelerating stops of the hydraulic type. In this case, if the mechanism becomes an element of the trunk, it is installed with the rod down. There are also smoothly decelerating variants, also called dynamic. Mount. Such a variant can be mounted in any direction, not only with the stem down. As a rule, we pay the least attention to the hood or trunk lid shock absorber. Why is it so? It is simple. It is this mechanism that car owners look into the least often. Both mechanisms bear huge loads, only the trunk lid stop is obviously under constant load. The most important rule of operation of this mechanism is to emphasize the working substance of the shock absorber in the cold season. In other words, before opening the hood in winter, you should warm up the car engine so that the working substance thaws. In addition, if the hood or trunk has not been opened for a long time, it should be done without jerks, slowly. If you neglect this rule, the mechanism is easily damaged. How to choose a trunk lid shock absorber? The choice of a shock absorber should be made, taking into account several factors. For example, first of all, the owner should determine for himself how often he will use the rear door or cargo area. In addition, it will be necessary to take into account the climatic features of a certain region, as well as compliance with the requirements of the car manufacturer. Popular models of trunk lid shock absorbers. As you know, today on the market there are products from several manufacturers. Let's consider the models in more detail, learn their strengths and weaknesses. Dello from Germany. Monrea, very well-known Russian firm manufacturer. The basis of the design of Monroe products is always a special technology. It is always a head higher than that of competitors. It will be interesting to characterize one of the manufacturer's models. Ejection force of the model from Monroe ML5809 is 410 N, internal. Working component, gas, the length of the cylinder is 19 mm, the length of the product, 536 mm. The cost of this model rarely exceeds 700 to 800 rubles, although in some parts of the country can be found more expensive. In conclusion, selecting the right trunk lid shock absorbers is essential for ensuring the smooth operation and longevity of your vehicle's trunk. By considering factors such as weight capacity, compatibility with your car model, and the quality of materials, you can make an informed decision that enhances both functionality and safety. Remember, investing in high-quality shock absorbers not only improves your driving experience but also contributes to the overall maintenance of your vehicle. Thank you for watching, and we hope this guide helps you make the best choice for your trunk lid needs.